pair of you decided my wife's ballroom was not good enough to raise money for your charity.
Mr. Russell, there's no need.
How much money do you hope to raise over the next 3 days?
I suppose I'm hoping for $30 or even $40.
Here's $100, on one condition.
What?
That everything on the stall is delivered to my house on Fifth Avenue within the hour.
That's a scene from the HBO series, The Gilded Age. And if you've ever wanted to step back into the elegance, wealth, and breathtaking fashion of that era, we have the perfect spot for you, actually. Paige is live inside the galleries at the Meadows Museum in Dallas to get a first-hand look at an artist who has become a true master of this era. Hello to you, Paige.
Good morning to you and good morning, Texas. Welcome to the Meadows Museum here on SMU campus. It houses the largest comprehensive collection of Spanish art outside of Spain. I'm excited to give you an opportunity to see elements from the Gilded Age. This is Patricia Manzano to tell us more about this fantastic artist and the glorious pieces that he was able to create. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I understand that this artist, tell me his name.
Raimundo de Madrazo.
He came from a family of artists. He was kind of born in the aristocracy, third generation artist. And in fact, this is a portrait that his father did of him, surprisingly holding a rifle.
Yes.
Tell me more.
So as you said, Raimundo came from a very important family of artists and collectors. His father, his grandfather, they were directors of the Prado, they were curb painters. And so when he's only 3, his dad paints him with the rifle as defender of art history, as the next generation of great painters in Spain.
As a defender of art history, and his father did have a huge influence on him, as you can see in these paintings. Believe it or not, he created these works of art at the ripe old age of 12, 13, 14, a teenager. And his father had a lot of influence over him, really wanting him to focus on subjects such as history and religion. And that's, you can see, painted throughout his early works. And it took a while before he was able to transition to his true passion.
That's right. So from a very young age, he enters the Royal Academy of Art, and that is what his father wants him to do, the religious, the history paintings. So even when he moves to Paris at the age of 20, rebelling against his dad, going to Paris instead of Rome, his dad is going to push him to do all of these religious and historical works of art, these large format works of art. But that is not what he wants to do.
He wants to do this.
Yes.
He wants to do portraits, and these are magnificent. Now you really see his passion come to life. And one of the things that's fascinating, if you look closely, just the textures that you see, the interiors that you see, things such as delicate as lace are beautifully articulated in the form of paint on board with a brush. It is incredible.
We have some incredible fashion moments in the exhibition for sure, but yes, it's just like stepping into a Gilded Age interior. And so this is what he's going to paint. He's going to paint these beautiful ladies in beautiful houses with a lot of detail, a lot of satin that you can almost feel to the touch.
And he had a muse. This is the muse. You see this particular woman throughout. You have pictures of her. You know that she was a real woman. She was there, but very little history about her. It's remarkable to see how he was able to transform her in all of these different settings. Let's talk a little bit about the Gilded Age. We have some video from the hit HBO series called The Gilded Age that our viewers are going to take a good look at. I am a big fan. I've watched every single episode. We're up to series 3. Looking forward to season 4.
Oh,
and
can't
this
wait.
really showcases this particular era with all of its luxury, how important that was for people to be kind of in the right place, wearing the right clothes, socializing with the right people. So he became very much in demand and had to transition from Paris to New York quite frequently. And now we're here in a room and we have got Vanderbilt on this piece of art. Tell me more.
Exactly. He was the artist of high society, both in Paris and New York. So he's going to have a lot of American patrons, and he will travel to the US every year from the 1890s. And the Vanderbilt was one of the most important families that he worked on for. So we have here the portrait of Gertrude Vanderbilt, who would later become an artist herself and the founder of the Whitney Museum in New York.
And you can also see, as you continue down this line, some of these fantastic, the elite of New York and Paris. This is a portrait of a woman from Paris. Again, these costumes that we've now become so familiar with by watching the series, you can see them kind of jump off the canvas. And the fact that he was a contemporary among those that were in the Gilded Age, it's exciting to witness. This is spectacular. It's only here for 3 more weeks. What other information do we need to know?
Oh, good question. I wish the visitors would see how stunning the exhibition is in person. It closes June 21st, so there's not a lot of time left to see it, but we are the only venue in the U.S. A lot of these portraits have never been seen in the United States before.
Come and check it out right
Yes.
here on SMU campus, the Meadows Museum. It's a real treat. I appreciate it.